Bruh. Abel Sanchez is one wishy-washy, biased, dumb motherfucker sometimes, man. Some of the stuff that comes out of this guy's mouth, makes me, when you see him on GP, want to slap the mustache off his face. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the Boxing Clinic and more. I like Abel Sanchez, man, sometimes, man. But this guy says that, basically, let me start off with the story. You see the title. Let me start off with the story. Shout out to SB Nation's Bad Left Hook Boxing. I'm going to link that article in the description. The guy that writing an article saying, I talked to this guy that been covering boxing for a long time, and he said that version of Billy Joe Saunders washes and beats Triple G and Canelo Alvarez. He said, really, how people believe, Triple G is like God and can't be beaten, can't be outboxed, and, they can't see him or whatever it may be. People act like it's the Tupac and George Clinton song when it comes to Triple G. You can't see me. We see Triple G. He can be beat. You feel me? But, so he takes it to Abel Sanchez according to this article. And then Abel Sanchez says, Billy Joe Saunders ain't do nothing. It was a good performance. He ain't beat nobody. He beat a punching bag with two left feet. And I'm like, bro, didn't your mans beat the punching bag with two left feet? And then you crying like how nobody gave him no credit for none of the wins that, he accumulated in his boxing career up to the Danny Garcia fight. the Danny Jacobs fight. Boy, this dude got a short-term memory, bro. You just beat David Lemieux. It ain't like you was the first to beat David Lemieux. Then I'm like, all right, you exposed him for having two left feet and being the punching bag that he truly always has been. I'd be like, cool, they beat him first. I feel where he coming from to a certain extent. No, mofo, he was beat before that. You feel me? So you ain't do nothing neither. You didn't get to the buffet first. You ain't get to when the food was hot. To quote Brother Nazim Richardson. You feel me? You didn't. You came later. You got the buffet while the food was medium hot. You carried out at Benihana's. You ain't sit there and was the first to get your food chopped up at the off the griddle. Be killing me with his old dumb ass, man. I had to say that. He's just a dumb mofo sometimes. I know you got to say some things to sell because your boy don't speak no English in Triple G. But come on, man. Like they said, if we don't get the knockout versus Canelo Alvarez, it's on us. And then they go cry robbery and saying all this. No, don't say stuff then. Because people in this social media age will dig it back up, like me, and shove it down your motherfucking throat. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? He mad because people giving credit to Billy Joe Saunders. It ain't that people taking or discrediting Triple G's win over David Lemieux. We already talked about this. We talked about why did Billy Joe Saunders get more credit, because people didn't know. People don't do their homework in boxing, bro. They might see some highlights or look at the bad fights, and everybody goes through trials and tribulations in their life. And Billy Joe Saunders, he didn't want to fight no more. But he rekindled the flame to fight, found a trainer that reinvigorated him, and he wasn't an Olympian in 2008 for no reason. It was a reason why. And people just thought this guy was a bum. Oh, Ebates Jr., you know what, man, he was too green, I don't count that. People being selective in their process of what they want to believe to be true. And I told you guys what it was with Billy Joe Saunders. He was going into 2 straight training camps, focused, hungry, eating right, training right. I told you what he was going to do to David Lemieux. He did everything but stop him. And that's what Dominic Ingles, trainer, said, just, win on points. And y'all didn't know that boy can box like that. Y'all didn't know that boy was slick. He used to do, his great-grandfather's son was a bare-knuckle fighter, and bare-knuckle fighting is part of the gypsy lifestyle. They savages from what I'm hearing. So it's 9 times out of 10, he got a dog-ass chin, too. Slickest defensive fighter in the middleweight division, hands down. Only one that can challenge him is Jamal Charlo. And here come Abel Sanchez when somebody gets him, say, oh no, he ain't nothing. But you was just trying to fight that guy when he was looking fat and out of shape. He was willing to go to Kazakhstan to put it on Triple G. Even though he wouldn't have because he wasn't ready yet. He willing to go to Triple G country to fight him. What more confidence do you need out the guy? But here come Abel Sanchez. Always want to tear down the opponent. Always want to say, oh, Jamal Charlo, what he done to earn a title shot at us. At the end of the day, he beat the number 1 guy that y'all guys didn't fight, Jorge Sebastian Hyland. You know, what did you guys do to earn that WBC championship? Because you haven't made it mandatory yet. It was handed to you. What did you do to earn your WBA title? Nobody asked that question. He beat a guy in Germany. Nobody knows who the hell he is or where he at now. IBF championship, you beat the two left feet punching bag and David Lemieux. So if you want to get technical, I could tear down your resume as well. He ain't fought nobody for real other than Danny Jacobs and Canelo Alvarez. And I'll give him credit for Kell Brook, even though he was a welterweight. You ain't did nothing either. You did what your promoter did to put you through in perfect match-made situations to make you look good. And the minute that you stepped out of your comfort zone and started fighting guys that actually had ability like Kell Brook, you've been exposed three fights in a row. Kell Brook, I believe Danny Jacobs beat him. I seen that live. And Canelo Alvarez, who I believe beat him as well, going to beat him in the rematch. So you ain't got to get to Billy Joe Saunders. I think Canelo Alvarez is going to handle this business, you know. But if he don't, which it doesn't matter because you're going to hold that WBC title and you're not moving up. And if you do move up after you lose to Canelo, drop the WBC title. Billy Joe Saunders, David Lemieux and, not David Lemieux, but Danny Jacobs and Jamal Charlo could fight for that. You figure deal me. But, like I said, win, lose, or draw, Canelo not fighting for the WBC, you're going to have that title. You can fade Billy Joe Saunders then. I'm pretty sure he still want to fight you. You know, because he's still going to bring a nice amount of money. You know, but Abel Sanchez consistently sticking his foot in his mouth. I want to hear y'all defend this guy for saying this. He fought that same punching bag. He fought a lot of punching bags over his career in his fighter in Triple G. You know? So, you know, why you got to discredit what this guy is doing as far as Billy Joe Saunders? Just say, I thought it was a solid win. You know, we already been there, did that. Let's see him step up versus Danny Jacobs or something like that. And then when we ready to cross that road and fight him, we can go ahead and fight him. It's as simple as that. That's all he had to say. You figure deal me? But he didn't. You didn't. He's a hater. You know, he's a big hater. You know, anybody that's getting a little bit legit shine in the middleweight division, he don't like that. He think Triple G deserves his shine. But at the end of the day, Triple G's expects, his time is coming down. He's about to be 36 next year. You got a lot of young champions, Andrade, Jacobs, who beat him in my opinion, Jamal Charlo, Sergey Zinchenko, Billy Joe Saunders, who's only 28, Canelo Alvarez, who's only 27. You got a lot of guys coming up, and potentially Arizona DeLar, Jamil Charlo, and Jerry Swift-Hurd coming up. So his time is ticking down, man. And Abel Sanchez know that, and they in the race between time because he ain't that good, homie. And I've been always saying that from the beginning. But we'll see. But he a hater. Abel Sanchez, straight up. I don't want to hear